What causes us to pray? Hi everyone, this is R.A. Sweeney, here to share a passage from Praying with the Writings as part of the Praying with the Bible series. Today I wanted to share a passage from Ezra chapter 8. And I feel like it's interesting because up to this point in the story, we're in chapter 8 already. We haven't seen anybody praying. And a lot's happened. Like, you've had people go back to Jerusalem. They started building. They stopped building because they didn't really have the passion to see it through. Prophets got them stirred back up. They started building again. They finished the temple. All these things. And nowhere in there do we see anybody praying. And so Ezra, when he's about to set out for returning back to Jerusalem with the next group of people who are coming back, is the first prayer that we see. So we might think, hey, great, at least Ezra is getting it right. He's praying even though the last group didn't pray much, or at least we didn't see them praying. So finally, we've got somebody praying, and there's fasting in there. They're making sacrifices. They're doing all this stuff. And you're like, oh, okay, yeah, this is good. But I feel like there's a little bit more there in the story. When we start looking at what it says Ezra's motivations were for praying, we find out that he was scared. And so he decided to pray. And again, we might look at that and say, this is great. He's scared. He prayed. That's exactly what we should do. And yes, I absolutely agree that when we're scared, that is a perfectly great time for us to pray. And I'm sure God loves when we turn to him when we're scared, because I think of like with my kids, if they're scared and they come to me, like, awesome. Thank you. I'm so glad that you came to me when you were scared, because this is so great for me to be able to comfort you and us to have, it's a wonderful moment when a kid comes to their parent when they're scared. Not that I want them scared, but like, it's just a sweet time of us being close. But if you look at this, it doesn't even really say that. It's not like, hey, I'm scared, I'm going to God. It says that he was embarrassed to ask the king for armed escorts for their journey back. So he's worried about getting attacked. And his first thought is, I should ask the king. Oh, geez, about that. That would be really embarrassing. I really wish that I could. Like, it'd be nice if he offered, but I'm too embarrassed to actually ask. So I guess since I can't have the thing that I want, I guess I'll just pray. And really, I feel like that's the attitude that we're supposed to see here, is that he didn't pray because he turned to God in his fear. He turned to God when he was just like, well, everything that I'd like to get isn't going to happen, so I guess I'll turn to you. So that should just help us reflect on our motivations for prayer and when we are turning to him in faith, or when we're turning to him because what we want isn't going to happen, so we'll settle. So that's what I wrote about for this week. I hope it's a blessing.